Welcome to Body Reconnect, where I help you learn to decipher the signs and signals that your body sends you every day so that you can course correct and make changes in order to live your best, healthiest life. I'm certified wellness coach and lymphatic therapist, Michelle Dominique. So, for those of you who are a part of my doTERRA family, this is going to be big news to you, but if you're not, just listen up because you're going to learn something before we're done. This month, this is the month of December, the special offer for the month is adaptive. The adaptive oil is the free oil when you purchase 125 PV. Now, I usually send these videos out independently, but today I'm mass producing this video for all of my audiences across all of my platforms because this is a very big month, right? In addition to adaptive oil, you'll also get free frankincense oil with a purchase of 200 PV, that's product volume. So be sure you are checking that as you're ordering, as you're completing your order. Now, the reason why I wanted to put this across all of my platforms, both of these oils really speak to the season. They help with angst, they help with sadness, they help with despondency, they help with obsessing, a lot of the things that happen during the month of December, this time of the year, this most joyous time of the year, which is not always joyous for everyone. For whatever reason, real or perceived. So I love the fact that at this end of the month, at end of the year, frankincense and adaptive are the two oils that will be available. In addition to that, I don't have them here, but the adaptive also comes with gel caps. So let me break this down to you on why you want to take advantage and don't miss this. Now, I'm gonna change when I do the essential oils. I'm gonna change the title of that to everyday ailments that you can combat or relieve with natural remedies. So let's get into adaptive. Uh, Adaptive oil is a combination blend. Some of the oils in it include neroli, sweet gum, laurel leaf, lavender, copaiba, wild orange, a lot of the powerhouses. Now, when I work with oils, if you've ever done a session with me at all, when I work with oils, I like to, one, talk about the physical components of it, what it does externally. This one is really good. The scent is beautiful. If I know I have a client who's coming in hot, like I said, I know they're dealing with some emotional stuff or they have a lot of turmoil, so I say they're coming into their session hot. That's going to be my diffuser right away. Right away. So when they walk into the treatment room, the atmosphere has already been set. I don't want them coming in hot. Yes, they are coming to me for help, but I want to diffuse the situation, take a couple of the layers off before we start to work. Same as with lymphatic drainage. I do lymphatic because if you come in and you're sore and sensitive, I like to take a couple of layers off so that I can really get into the muscle and find out what's going on. Well, adaptive works the same way for me emotionally. So I'll have clients come in and I'll usually mix it with the citrus. I always tell you guys, citrus is amazing for helping to change mood. So sometimes I'll do grapefruit, which is a really big, beautiful scent, or bergamot. And both of them have to deal with self-acceptance and body positivity. So I really like to use those oils, okay? Now, just as I talked about creating an atmosphere so that when clients come in, it helps to diffuse their mood, you can do the same thing in your house. Be it a spouse, a kid, a roommate. And the cool part about it is you don't have to make a big announcement. You don't even have to make the diffuser visible. I always tell people put it under something so that way the person won't provide any resistance. Your family won't provide any resistance. Because if you tell them, oh, okay, well, this lady said that if I use this, you'd be in a better mood. No, you don't want to do that at all. Now, the cool part about adaptive is it actually comes, I don't have any of the other stuff here right now, but it actually comes in a set. You can buy it individually. If you purchase 100 PV by the 15th of this month, you'll get it for free in the oil. And this is beautiful, right? To diffuse before bed. Let me tell you a little bit about adaptive. Adaptive is the oil of adaptability. It imparts reassurance and calm when you are caught in cycles of constriction, tension, worry, solicitude, and uneasiness. Now, here's the part: caught in cycles of constriction, tension, worry, or uneasiness. The thing I like about using adaptive oil, but more importantly, adaptive capsules, okay? And you'll find, I think the capsules are 10% off this month. Sometimes you have cycles where you're feeling out of sorts, like I said, anxious, uneasy, worried, controlling, fearful, obsessing, uneasiness, all of these adjectives. It's just for a season though. Now, hear what I am saying here very clearly, because I am not in any way trying to give you medical advice. But you need to understand the difference between a season of unrest versus I have a chemical imbalance. Because if you have a chemical imbalance, perhaps you should see a doctor and perhaps you should get medicated. But if you are going through a season, then perhaps you should try something that when the season is over, you can discontinue. One of the biggest problems that exist with say this very carefully, people being subscribed things to enhance or change moods, they stop taking it because they don't like the way it makes them feel. They don't feel bad anymore, but their good is suppressed as well. And a lot of parents come to me with that problem with their teenagers, late teenagers, and young adults. They will no longer take the medication because they don't like the way it makes them feel. They feel like zombies is a lot, that's a common word that I hear a lot. I feel like a zombie. So they don't feel good. They don't feel bad any longer, but they also can experience good. It's like living life without peripheral, not being able to smell the flowers. Sometimes you are in a season, and let me give you an example. It is December. I am taping this the day before my birthday, okay? Last week should have been a really good week for me. I had some really great, fantastic wins. By Saturday morning, I was done. I'm crying in my breakfast. I don't know what is going on. I don't get hit by the holidays a lot. I don't have a lot of family. My parents are deceased. My brothers all live in different towns, so I'm not missing the get-togethers. I haven't done that in over a decade with family, right? So what's going on? Birthday? I'm resigned to the fact that I'm a year older, but hey, I'm feeling great. I'm looking great. That's the whole thing, right? It's not that you age, it's how you age. But something was wrong. And then I realized what it was. My mother won't be here for my birthday. She won't call me. She won't tell me happy birthday. I'm not going to get a gift. I'm not going to, the person who can experience my birth the most with me won't be here. Now, I'm good. You don't have to text me. Thank you so much for all your thoughts and prayers. This is not the first year. This is like year 15, right? It's year 15. And I don't really get big into the holidays. I really don't. So, but this year, in this season, it's not even a monumental birthday. But, I like to say grief doesn't, they say the 7 stages of grief. Nah, that's not accurate. Grief comes in stages and waves. It comes when it wants and when you don't. And it was one of those periods. So now I know, as last week I said, I was just off. Everything was going well. And I was just off. And Saturday morning I realized, oh my gosh, that is the grief. The grief is coming up. Now, check out the next video. I'm going to be talking about how I process the grief. But this is when I went to reach for not just my adaptive oil to have throughout the house, just to lighten the mood and support me, help anchor me during the day, so that when I dip down, it's like, oh, wait, I know what it is. I know what it is, right? I've cried, I may cry again, but I am not crying as one without knowledge, right? I now can attach what I'm sad about. And that keeps me from the downward spiral of just being sad and then moody and then maybe mean, or all the other things that come with it. That becomes really, really important. Because if you can't identify your emotions, you lash out on other people. We are living like that now, where everybody wants to lash out. So by using the capsules every day, they can support me now in this season. What did I talk about? When you are caught in cycles of constriction or worry or sadness, I'm just in a cycle of this right now. It might last a week. It might last till the day of my birthday. It might last a little bit after. But when I'm feeling stronger, I can discontinue the adaptive capsules. I can continue to use the oil just because it smells fantastic. And, with less daylight, moods tend to be heavier. So it's just nice to have it going throughout the house. But the power of the capsule, and I don't have that with me right now, all of the things that are in the capsule. I think it's some taurine, maybe some GABA, and some other things that work the same way as a sugar hit, a narcotic hit, an antidepressant hit, to help give you more, oh my gosh, I'm losing all of my serotonin. There you go. I'm losing all of my words here. But I can stop it when I need to. So what that means is, as I'm working through my emotions, I have support, but I still get to experience peripheral life. So I know when something good and fun is happening, and my body can naturally respond to it while I'm being supported by the adaptive capsules for the down feeling that I'm having. That is very big. In case you haven't noticed, there's a commercial, and there's been a commercial for a long time, with, if your antidepressant isn't working as well as it used to, come and get this other prescription. Not knocking it, not anything at all. But if you need a little boost, sometimes we all need a little boost. Trying something that can support you in the cycle of when you need a little boost is a very, very good thing. And then when you're done, you can get back to living like yourself. The other thing that is available this month is frankincense oil. Oh my goodness, this is known as the father of all oils, the big daddy of all oils. Frankincense is the grounder. It makes you feel secure and safe. If you have any ailments, anything that you might have from muscle in, situations. This, by the way, let me say this, and I learned this from a client who had breast cancer. So now, anytime I'm working with someone who has breast cancer, in fact, I met with a client yesterday who I walked through her adventure of breast cancer with her. She swears by this. Her doctor was tremendously impressed by how quickly the stitching and the surgery had healed. I have had several testimonies about that. Frankincense is the oil of truth. It reveals deceptions and false truths. It lets go of lower vibrations. Remember I talked about with the adaptive, allowing it to support me so that I could just cry because I know I miss my mom without endlessly crying and then pouring in all kind of other things to go with it and going down that downward spiral. Because I've lived in that darkness for a while and it's hard to come out of. Okay. So frankincense is also a beautiful oil for revealing truth. Okay. It's a great cleanser of spiritual darkness so that you're not sitting in something that's not, that's long ago. And, just like misery loves company. So you're sad about one thing and something else comes along. Frankincense is very beautiful for that. Now, the other thing about frankincense is it's a tremendous booster. Okay. So if you're using another oil, if you're using adaptive and you put the frankincense in the diffuser, it amplifies all of the characteristics of the adaptive. Same thing with putting it on your skin. If you're using peppermint and wintergreen, I like to use eucalyptus and wintergreen. The frankincense on top seals the deal and boosts the efficiency of the efficacy of the oils that you're using. So this one is tremendous. It helps you to shift from negative emotions of feeling abandoned, spiritually disconnected, distant from your father figure, unprotected, spiritual darkness, and misaligned, and help shift you into positive feelings of being enlightened, feeling protected, connected to a father figure, or spiritually open. This isn't, well, we know this is December, so frankincense, when you tell the story of the origin of Christmas and the birth of the baby Jesus, you cannot tell it without frankincense. It is a tremendous oil. So if you have not yet placed your order for the month, please take a look. Make sure you have at least 125 PV to get the adaptive. That is going to be so important as we go into the colder, darker months where there's less opportunity for vitamin D. Vitamin D also, lack thereof, affects that mood, right? And so you're going to be having less daylight, colder, and cabin fever because you'll be inside more. So make sure you take advantage of that. The adaptive capsules, I'm telling you, oh my gosh, if you have moody kids, moody teenagers, especially girls on their cycles, stop saying that they're moody. They're not moody. They're just not supported, right? They need a little bit of support during that time. So you're definitely going to want to take advantage of the 10% off on the adaptive capsules. And if your order is 200 PV, look forward to receiving this frankincense. I'm going to be doing a separate video on frankincense and all the fantastic ways you can use it both internally and externally. I'm about to start talking about it, but I want to go ahead and end this video. So remember, reach out to me if you have any questions. I'll include some information below so that you can reach out to me, or you can try me on one of my other platforms, because I think on TikTok you can't list too much stuff. So you can try me on one of my other platforms. But hey, look, it is my absolute pleasure to help you live your best, healthiest life. You deserve it, and everyone in your circle deserves to see you living your best, healthiest life. They deserve to get the best of you. Get these oils. Very, very easy to do. Schedule your free wellness consultation with me. I really do want to work with you. Until next time, be sure to check out the next video.